watching Morning Live. It is a theatrical tale that taps into the Basarwa tradition of subversive storytelling and exposes cracks in a brotherhood between Phokobje, the Jackal, and his friend Mpja, the dog. That stand-up poet, storyteller, essayist, columnist, spoken word theatre director Kgafela Oa Magogodi's latest satirical play titled Chilahaebolae. The production is set to take audiences on a journey packed with laughter and, of course, adventure. He joins us in studio now to tell us more about Chilahaebolae. Of course, it will be running at the Barney Simon Theatre at the Market Theatre until the 27th of May. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you.
Chilahaebolae, such an interesting, captivating title for a theatre piece. The motivation behind it?
Look, I mean, I've always been fascinated by fables. So the story of the jackal and the dog is a story I grew up with. I start my story where the traditional story ends. You know, the traditional story goes something like Phokobje and Mpja live somewhere in the bush. They go and look for water. And Mpja volunteers, of course. Phokobje stays in the wilderness. But then Mpja finds comfort among the humans, so he refuses to return. So he's lost to Phokobje. My story begins now with Phokobje going to look for Mpja. So the idea behind Chilahaebolae is to look at how this world that is run by Motu, whether Phokobje survives it or whether, you know, it's good for Mpja, those kind of things. But also there is a sense in which I speak to domestication and rebellion as metaphors in the story.
Now, you use subversive storytelling. What exactly is that, and how does that come out or play out in this piece?
So I think that is in the way that I'm trying to apprehend the traditions of storytelling from the Basarwa, particularly in relation to the Phokobje figure, the Jackal figure. For me, it strikes me as a figure who's rebellious because he's always upsetting the lion, who is the king of the jungle. As you know, that the lion insists on his lion's share. Therefore, it causes an equal distribution of meat in the jungle, you know. So there is a sense in which that character becomes subversive as he tricks the lion and so forth. So I took this character forward to try and understand how it can work within contemporary South Africa, particularly those people who are located outside the fat of the land.
I imagine it must have taken very special actors to really fulfill these two main roles of the jackal and the dog. Tell us about your cast.
Yeah, look, I mean, I've got an absolutely great cast. To start with, I mean, this project is also a collaboration between the Market Theatre and Wits University where I work. So the cast comprises mainly of Wits University students. The lead is played by Paul Noku, who's also a fairly well-known writer and, you know, a seasoned actor. Absolutely great. Sibusiso Mkhize plays Mpja, so there is a very interesting chemistry between them. Abongile Matuju plays Moto, you know, and there's many other characters, you know, and the actors. I think the whole team works well because, I mean, it's a very, very flexible group. You know, they can stretch, you know, the metaphors in beautiful ways because in this style, of course, we use their bodies to sculpt scenes and so forth, and it's impressive. I mean, for me, the power with which, you know, they took to the story.
All right. Also, let's talk about the language use. I think language use is so important in telling the story and, you know, letting it reach people the way it's intended to. Tell us about the different languages that you've incorporated in this play.
Yeah, look, I mix all sorts of languages which are largely South African. Tsotsitaal, Phokobje speaks largely Tsotsitaal. Mpja speaks a bit of English. It's more like, you know, your chief, how are you, chief? That kind of character. So there is quite a number of languages, Pedi, Soto, because I'm trying to also be with the living languages that people speak now. So even if I'm drawing on a fable that is traditional, I'm trying to update it to contemporary situations.
All right, and very quickly, when we go to the Barney Simon at the Market Theatre to check out this play, what can we expect?
You're going to have lots of laughter, because these are cartoon characters essentially, because when you're playing with Jackal figures, dog figures, you have cartoon characters on stage. So there is a whole lot of things that we do. We mix folklore, you know, storytelling, poetry, song. So it's a whole lot of things that I think as a person who appreciates theatre, you'll be able to enjoy, if you like. So please do come and let's have a great theatrical experience.
All right, fantastic. That is Kgafela Oa Magogodi speaking to us about Chilahaebolae. You can go check it out, as you said, at the Barney Simon Theatre at the Market Theatre, and it will be running until the 27th of May. Well, that's where I'll leave it for now, and I'll hand you back over to Sims, who's standing by with the latest.